Welcome back, my beloveds, to another YouTube Yoga Flow. Today's theme and the name of the class is called Desert Hatha, where we explore Root Chakra, the element of earth, and the landscape of the desert. To me, the desert is a very potentially activating place. It has seeds and plants all waiting to be activated by rain and water and life when we give it to it. So, without further ado, set up your mat, get into a comfortable seated position, cross-legged or Sukhasana, and just erect your spine and close your eyes, listening to the music and the sound of my voice guiding you through this desert and earthly experience. Just bring awareness to your breath. Not manipulating it in any way, but just bringing awareness to your inhales. Watching and feeling your chest rise, your diaphragm expand. And then it contracting and shrinking, and the air pushing and flowing out. Do a few more of these at your own pace. Just constantly bringing your awareness back to your breath. If your mind ever wanders away, just sitting there smiling, appreciating yourself for showing up today, for coming to the mat, for wanting to heal your body. This is the universe confirming for you that you're in the right place at the right time. So breathe that in and exhale anything that no longer serves you in this moment. Becoming aware of the present, being connected to your truest self right now. On your next inhale, just picture yourself sitting in the desert with all the different colors of burnt sienna, and browns and reds strewn about the landscape. Maybe picturing the desert in America from the Southwest, or picturing the deserts of Africa from the Sahara. Whatever you find is most comfortable for your practice today, just visualize that landscape in your third eye. As you sit here, meditate and bring awareness to your breath. And on our next inhale, I'm going to teach you guys how to activate your Ujjayi breath or your warrior's breath. So sealing your lips, inhaling through your nose. And with a constricted throat, pushing the air back out your nose. Squeezing your diaphragm. Exhaling fully. Again, sealing your lips, inhale through your nose. And with your lips continue to be sealed, pushing that air back out a constricted throat. Back out your nose. Let's do this 2 or 3 more times at your own pace. Inhale. It's a very warming and heating breath. So anytime too much heat builds up or energy, you can resort back to open mouth exhales, releasing the air back out your mouth. And feel free to activate your Ujjayi breath anytime during today's practice. And feel free to make any modifications to the poses or to the flow as you feel is necessary for your practice today. Yoga is a personal practice, and I encourage you to take it as your own and make it as more personal as possible. So when we're ready, let's swing our legs out behind us and get into Balasana, or child's pose. You want your toes touching, knees mat width apart, and slowly sinking your hips back onto your ankles, walking your hands to the front of the mat in front of you, and then slowly sinking your chest and your heart towards the earth, becoming closer to the element of earth and the desert ground itself. And finally placing your third eye. I'm going to hold this for about 5 to 6 breaths. Every inhale we create space in our back and our hips. And every exhale we sink deeper into the earth. Just picturing the serene desert all around you. Seeing the cacti, seeing all the bugs and the small rodents and the animals just living in peace together as one in the desert. Continuing to fortify our root chakra, or our energy center at the base of our spine with every breath. Feel free on our exhales to squeeze your perineum or your mula bandha, keeping that energy recycled in your body. Your perineum is that muscle on your pelvic floor. It is that muscle we squeeze when we hold in our urine. So inhale, opening, releasing, creating space in our back and our hips, bringing awareness to our root. And exhale, squeezing our perineum or mula bandha, exhaling, keeping that energy recycled in our body, bringing attention and awareness to our root chakra, strengthening, fortifying, balancing. Let's do a few more breaths here. Squeezing on our exhale, releasing on our inhales. And on our next inhale, let's slowly peel our third eye off of the desert floor. Let's lift our chest and our shoulders up off of the ground. And just slowly walk our hands back towards our body. And then finally raising our hips off of our ankles. Walking our knees into each other. Releasing our toes. And let's find our neutral tabletop position. You want all 10 fingers pressed and spread into the earth. You want to stack your hips over your knees. And you want your shoulders stacked over your elbows, which are stacked over your wrists, rotating the eyes of our elbows to the front of the room. And let's just breathe. And for final expression, just have your gaze neutral at your hands in front of you. And just hold this pose for a few cycles of breath. Just breathing in that desert air. That earth energy from Mother Gaia. Sending love and light to any parts of your body that you find have tension or sensations of discomfort or pain. Bring your mind constantly to your breath. Bring awareness to this present moment, the truest version of yourself, grounded and stable and secure in the base and foundation of your soul. And on the next inhale, we're going to engage in some cat and cows, or Marijayasana and Bitilyasana, respectively. And inhale, cat, arching your back, dropping your head down to the earth. Let's hold this for a few cycles of breath, just allowing oxygen to fully enter your body. And exhale. Let's sag our stomach for cow, shining our head and our chest towards the heavens. And again, holding this for a few breaths. Smiling because you showed up today to the mat about my class on YouTube. And knowing that the universe is rewarding you with a very peaceful yoga flow. It's going to keep you grounded and connected to your root chakra. And let's go back to cat. Exhale, arching your back, dropping your head. I'm going to rotate so you can see the movement of my spine. And sagging back down to cow. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Now feel free to flow through these breath to movement at your own pace. And when you're ready, come back into our neutral tabletop position. And let's actually just start to make big rotations with our hips. Going about 3-4 times in each direction. Just opening up our hips, loosening up the fascia and our muscles. Slow, controlled movements. Again, bringing that visual meditation of yourself back into the desert, picturing what colors are around you, maybe what it smells like, what the air tastes like. Is it dry? Is it hot? Is it cool? Is it cold? Are you in a nighttime desert? Are you in the daytime desert? What animals are scurrying about you as you practice being connected to the universe, making sure to go in both directions, completing the cycle of energy. And then when you're ready, let's come back into that neutral tabletop once again. And let's make rotations in circles with our neck. So inhale, raising that head up, and exhale, dropping it back to the earth, letting gravity do half the work. Inhale, raising that chin and head up to the heavens, to the desert sky, appreciating the sun. And exhale, sagging that head back down to the earth. And let's do this direction about 3 or 4 more times, just slowly opening up our neck. Inviting oxygen and movement and space into our upper spine, into our shoulders and our back. Exhale, dropping your head. Inhale, raising it up to the heavens. Smiling. And then when you're ready, let's go in the other way. Rotating your head in the other direction. Inhaling, raising it up. And exhaling, dropping it to the earth. Feel free to do these at your own pace. Constantly bringing oxygen and breathing. If you find yourself holding your breath, as soon as you notice that, just breathe. And release any tension, any pain, any sensations of discomfort that no longer serve you as you bring awareness to your physical form and you heal your body your breath. Let's do one more here. And coming back to neutral tabletop. Let's go into child's pose one more time before we flow through our sun salutation. So again, toes touching behind us, knees mat width apart. And let's slowly sink our hips back down onto our ankles, walking our hands to the front of the mat. And then finally sinking our chest and our heart and our third eye to the desert floor. Coming closer to Mother Gaia. Noticing the difference in this child's pose or balasana and the first one of the class. This is a very intense hip opener, so if you feel emotions arise, simply observe them and let them go as you would with your breath, with your inhales and your exhales. Let's hold this for about 3 to 4 breaths. Maybe sinking a little deeper on your exhales, taking your chest a little closer to the earth, really connecting, opening up, inviting space in our back, in our hips, in our shoulders. And when you're ready, let's slowly peel our head and third eye off of the earth. Walking our hands back towards our body, and then finally pulling up our hips off of our ankles and coming back into that neutral tabletop position. Let's readjust our palms, making sure all 10 fingers are activated and spread into the earth, feeling that gravel and that sand underneath us. And you want to tuck your toes, and we're going to push up to Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. 3, 2, 1, exhale, pushing up. Making sure to give yourself a generous bend in your knees. This is the first downward dog of the class. Feel free to pulse out your legs, pulse out your hamstrings, and just let your head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy. Let gravity do all the work. I'm going to rotate to the side so you can see the movement and see the form. I'm going to hold this for 3 breaths. Finding strength in the stillness and the discrepancies in life. And then when you're ready, let's round out to high plank, Phalangasana, flat back, activating your core, squeezing in that navel to your spine, and continuing that exhale and that journey back down to the earth, keeping your elbows tucked in, high to low plank, Chaturanga, Dindasana, exhale, slow, controlled movements. Great job. And then we're just going to get down to the earth and just stay here for a little bit. Feel free to keep your hands here to your side, or you can release them. And we're just going to put our cheek onto this earth. And let's just hold this for a few cycles of breath, just relaxing. Deep inhales, inviting space into our body and releasing all tension. And switching sides, other cheek, again, 3 to 4 breaths, just breathing and relaxing, letting your whole body sink into the earth and be one with Pachamama, Mother Gaia. When you're ready, peel our cheek off of the desert floor. Let's bring our hands back to the sides of our chest. And on our next inhale, we're going to push up for Baby Cobra or Bhujangasana. And we're just going to slightly raise our chest off of the earth. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back down, placing your third eye onto the desert floor. Inhale, raising up again. Picturing yourself as a baby cobra, maybe waking up for the first time today. Stretching your spine. Inviting that earth energy into your world. And exhale, third eye back down to the earth. And one more here, inhale. Shining that chest a little higher. And exhale back down to the earth. And on our next inhale, we're going to push up to upward facing dog, fully extending up. Shining that chest towards the heavens, into the desert skies. Appreciating the sun, feeling its warm, radiant light on our face and our bodies. And for full expression, zippering our legs and coming up off of our thighs. Breathing through any pain or discomfort, finding strength in our breath. And tucking our toes, exhaling, sending our hips back up to the earth, back up to the air. Downward facing dog. Great job. Let's flow through this one more time, or vinyasa they call it. So from downward dog, we go to high plank. Inhale. Exhale, keeping our elbows tucked in to the sides of our body, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, full upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. And notice the difference between this downward dog and the first one of the class. Again, you can give yourself a generous bend in your knees, pulse your legs, walk your dog out. Just letting your head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy. And then when you're ready, let's meet our hands to our feet, walking them together for forward fold or Uttanasana. And let's just let everything go. Letting gravity take our head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to be holding this pose for about 3 to 4 breaths. Just relax. And find stillness in our forward fold. And maybe for a deeper stretch, this is easy. You can grab the insides of your ankles or wrap your hands behind your legs. And when you're ready, let's grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Let's sway side to side, opening up our lower back. A few more cycles of breath here. You guys are doing great. And let's release our hands. Let's feel the desert sand below us. Bringing that energy up. Halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. And let's put our palms either on our shins, not putting pressure on our knees, or placing them on our thighs, creating a flat back. I'll rotate so you can see me. I'm going to hold this for 4 breaths. Just finding really good posture. Making sure your feet are parallel to each other. Your toes, all 10, are engaged into the earth. And slightly leaning forward, keeping your back flat. Constantly bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to this present moment, staying true to yourself. One more breath here, filling up your chest and your lungs with prana. And exhale, release, forward fold. Let it all back to the earth. Let Mother Gaia, Pachamama, take it. A few more breaths here. Sinking a little deeper with your exhales. On our next inhale, let's bring that sand and that earth energy up through our root, past our sacral, past our solar, up past our heart, past our throat, past our third eye, up past our crown, and out over the top. And let's bring our hands to the side for Tadasana. And let's fix our posture right now. So again, looking down at your feet, making sure they're parallel to each other, tucking in your hips, activating your core, squeezing that navel in, shining your chest and your heart, keeping your hands neutral to the side, and your gaze at the horizon in front of you. And let's just stand here like strong mountains. Let's close your eyes and bring awareness to our body and find strength in this pose, in our mountain pose or Tadasana, channeling all of that earth energy through the desert up into the mountains, finding strength and fortitude, knowing that you're supported and that you're strong like the mountains. Breathing that strength in. Inhale. And exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you in this moment. Do this a few more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Now as we begin our first sun salutation, let's bring our awareness to the sun, picturing it shining above us brightly as we stand here in the desert, connecting with nature, being surrounded by stone and earth and sand and gravel and beautiful cacti and succulents and shrubs. On our next inhale, let's bring our arms out to the side overhead, palms facing together for Anjali Mudra. And exhale, bringing that back down to heart center for Anahata, finding balance and serenity. Two more times, out, arms out to the side, overhead, palms together, and bring that back down to heart center. And once more, inhale, arms out to the side, overhead, palms together, exhale, all the way back down to heart center. And on the next inhale, we're going to do upward salute, arms overhead, parallel to each other, shining that heart, pinky slightly inward. Let's hold this for a few cycles of breath. Opening up our shoulders and our neck and our back. Finding strength in our legs. Stability in our root. And let's exhale, cactusing our arms as we are in the desert. So let's be strong cacti, a slight back bend, opening up our chest, keeping our elbows at 90 degrees. Feel free to engage in mudras or these hand postures. Find focus and breathe through any sensations of discomfort. Being strong and stable cacti. full of life and full of water in this harsh desert life we live in. One more breath here. And inhale, upward salute again. Pinky slightly inward, keeping our arms parallel, extending our arms overhead, gaze slightly up. Shining our chest towards the sun, letting that warm, radiant light shine upon our face and our smile. And on the next exhale, let's bring that energy back down to the earth, forward fold, Uttanasana. And let your head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy. The next inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Again, activating all 10 toes, leaning towards the front of the mat, looking down at the earth in front of you, maybe noticing a scorpion crawl on by or a snake slither on through, being one with the desert around us, and the serenity of nature, and the solace of being a beautiful, conscious individual. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let it all go back to Mother Earth or Pachamama. And then when you're ready, high plank. Exhale, all the way down to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhaling, walking our hands towards our feet, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up to Tadasana, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, head, neck, and shoulders last. Arms out to the side, overhead. Palms together. And then let's cactus our arms, slight back bend. Shining that chest. Inhale, upward salute. Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, palms together. Back down to heart center. Past our third eye, past our throat, into our heart, our Anahata. And let's just close our eyes and take a moment to check in with our bodies. Noticing anything that arises, any sensations, any tension, any discomfort, or anything good. What does your truest sense of self feel like in this moment? Sending love and light to your body. Fortifying and strengthening your root. Picturing a red ball of energy at the base of your spine. With every inhale, bringing that prana from the world around us, that ambient chi energy, into our bodies. And squeezing our perineum, our mula bandha, and exhaling that back through our spine, fortifying our root, making that red ball of energy grow a little brighter and a little stronger. Again, release. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale. Release, inhale, squeeze, exhale. Let's do this 3 more times. Release, inhale, squeeze, exhale. Release, inhale, squeeze, and exhale. One more time. Release. Inhale. Squeeze. And exhale. Continue that exhale. Squeezing, exhaling, and hold that squeeze. Hold that exhale. Squeezing your diaphragm till you no longer can. Bringing your attention to your awareness of your body in your root. Strengthening and fortifying that red ball of energy at the base of your spine. Growing bright and strong, rewriting the architecture of your DNA. And then when you can no longer hold it, let out a tone and a sigh. Oh, and release. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting your palms, high plank, Phalangasana. Exhaling, continuing that journey all the way down the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. And then when you're ready, come back to a neutral tabletop position. And take a moment to breathe and relax. Maybe grab some water, because it's hot in this desert. You're ready and adjusted. Let's swing our legs out in front of us. And let's just do a full body stretch before we do our supine twists. Slowly going down to the earth. Releasing all tension. Just relaxing. Taking a big sigh of relief. Knowing that you're healing your body with your breath and your mental fortitude. And when you're ready, let's inhale, bringing that right leg up into the air. Arms out to the side, bending your knee. And let's just exhale, bringing that right knee and that right thigh across your left side body. Feel free to use your left hand to guide that thigh, keeping your shoulders pressed onto the earth, that right arm outstretched. And slowly, with every inhale, lengthening, lifting, and every exhale, sinking deeper into your supine twist on the right side. If your knee doesn't come down to the earth, that's perfectly okay. Listen to your body. Listen to what it needs. And for full expression, turning your head, looking at your right middle finger. We're going to hold this for 3-4 breaths. Just relaxing. Breathing into our spine. Breathing into our hips, creating space. Releasing any tension, any sensations of discomfort or pain. One more breath here. And releasing that leg back across our body slowly. Inhaling one more time, bringing it up into the air. And exhaling it, bringing it back down to the earth. Good job. On our next inhale, we're going to bring that left leg up into the air. And we're going to do the same with this on this side, bending that knee, taking our right hand, guiding that left knee and that left thigh down to the earth. Every inhale, we lengthen and lift.
Every exhale, bringing that leg and sinking deeper into our stretch. And you want your shoulders pressed down onto the earth. You can have your arm out to the side and your gaze looking at your middle finger on your left side. Inhale and exhale, sinking deeper into our stretch and our twist. And we're going to hold this for 3 to 4 cycles of breath. One more breath here. And exhale. On our next inhale, releasing that leg, slowly bringing it across our body. Inhaling it up into the air, and then exhaling it, bringing it back down to the earth. Great job. Let's bring our legs back into the air, grabbing those ankles for happy baby, pushing those legs down into our body, maybe rolling side to side, opening up our lower back, massaging our muscles. Taking any final movements that you need or you feel is necessary for your class today before we get into our final relaxation. And squeeze our legs into our chest, hugging. Big deep breaths. And on our last exhale, releasing to Savasana or corpse pose for our final relaxation. Letting your hands just hang heavy out to the side and your legs. Releasing all tension in your body. Closing your eyes. Just drifting. Just listening to the sound of my voice as I guide you into our final relaxation. Picturing yourself back in the desert. Maybe this time the sun is setting and casting a beautiful pink, an orange glow on the horizon, filling up the sky with deep red root chakra colors, blending with the red and the oranges and the burnt sienna of the desert landscape all around you. Letting that cool nighttime desert air flow in across your body. Just give yourself the healing and the love and that golden light that you deserve. Letting that golden light spiral into your third eye and cleanse your being. Not manipulating your breath in any way, just simply observing it. Sinking deeper into the earth, feeling one with the desert and the animals all around you. Saying goodbye to the sun as it peeks down over the horizon for the last time. Feeling joy and happiness for your practice today. And setting yourself up for a really good rest of your day and rest of your week. Knowing that you're a little more connected to your body. That you feel more grounded and stable in your root, or your muladhara. Again, picturing that red ball of energy at the base of your spine, growing brighter than ever before, oscillating and rotating and spinning like a wheel, connecting you and tethering you to Mother Earth or Pachamama and Gaia herself, knowing that you can never be stripped away from that connection to the earth. We are of this earth.
We are made of earth, and we will be given back into the earth as soon as we pass. So know that you're never disconnected, no matter how separated you may feel some days from the earth. And as the last bit of sunlight dips away from the horizon and goes to the other side of the earth to warm them up, just encourage you to invite that beautiful desert moon energy into your landscape. Getting the inverse energy that we need from the moon, that divine feminine that completes the circle of life, that guides our monthly cycles, and that gives us that creative, sacred energy that we need to fortify our roots. So drinking in that moonlight to our third eye, beautiful white silver light in the cool desert night. And exhale, giving it back to the moon. Letting that cool air flow over you, refreshing you, rebuilding you, refortifying you and your sense of self after today's practice. Just smiling, radiantly knowing that you put in the effort today to keep yourself in check and to know who you are deeper as a person, as a member of our community, as a conscious spirit being of light. So inhale and exhale anything that no longer serves you in this new form. Do this a few more times at your own pace. As the moon shines upon you, just feel free to invite some movement back into your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing awareness and sensation back to our physical form. Maybe wiggling your arms and your legs, or stretching your arms overhead like you're waking up for the first time today, being woken up by the ambient light of the moon. And when you're ready, let's roll over to fetal position, using your bicep as a pillow, as we are rebirthed into our new sense of self. Again, fetal position being one of the first yoga poses we ever do as a child in our mother's womb. So let us be rebirthed by Mother Gaia herself, Pachamama, in the womb of the desert. Just continuing to send love to your body. Just breathing, being present. Knowing the truest sense of self and remembering who you really are. And if you need, staying here as long as you wish, as long as you feel is necessary for your practice today. Just inviting love and light and prana and chi into our body. Healing every muscle and fiber, every bone and every piece of fascia that makes up the beautiful spectrum of who you are physically and vibrationally. Knowing that the universe has a plan for you and that you are perfect and beautiful in every way you are right now, not needing to be anything else, not needing to be anything more, just being, accepting and loving that. Because you deserve it, and your best is always your best. And so accept that rebirth and dying to your old self, being reborn into your new self. And this paradigm shift of conscious existing. And when you're ready,
Only when you're ready, using your hands to push up off of the ground. One final time away from the desert floor. And coming back into Sukhasana or seated pose. Cross-legged. Just opening your eyes and smiling, knowing that you showed up today. You did your best. And just bring our awareness back to our breath. Feeling that light and that love. Noticing the difference between this seated pose and the first one of the class. Notice any sensations or emotions. And just accept it. Just sit here in the love that you deserve and the light that you are. Feel free to keep your hands on your thighs, or you can bring them palms together. Just sitting here, breathing, being your truest sense of self. Thank you for showing up today and being a little more connected to yourself, to the world around you, for trying your hardest, your best, and not giving up, no matter how hard it gets, and know you are loved, and you can love back. It's not wrong, and you deserve that. As a sentient being of light,
see you, I behold you. And in the ancient tradition of yoga, the light, the love in me is the light and love in you. Namaste. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much for showing up to the mat today. And just want to continue to bless you. I really appreciate you guys supporting me in any way, my social media, on my yogic journey. And it makes making these easier, knowing that you guys watch them and you respond and you engage. So engage in the world around us and make a difference today somehow, whatever that looks like to you. And know that you can reach out anytime to me on any platform, and I will try my best and my hardest to be a good leader and to be a shining light in a really dark time that we're living in right now. So hopefully this helps you heal and find happiness and love and realize what you need to work on in life, as it does for me every class. So again, I really love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up, and until next time.